Good evening. The Board of Trustees of Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District is now convened in the Committee of the Whole meeting on Monday, February 9th, 2015, in the boardroom of the Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District Instructional Support Center, 10,300 Jones Road, Houston, Texas, at 6 p.m. for the purpose of reviewing that portion of the February 12th, 2015 school board agenda designated as action items and to hear designated reports and recognitions posted in the meeting notice as required by Texas law. No action will be taken at this meeting. I want to welcome the members of our audience and our television viewers to this meeting of the Board of Trustees. As the Cypress-Fairbanks Board of Trustees, we're here to set goals, listen to reports from the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, personal appointments, and make policy for the district. It is not the role of the board to make day-to-day operational decisions. The management and day-to-day operations of the district are the responsibility of our superintendent. We have policies and procedures in place to resolve concerns and issues. This is a public meeting of the Board of Trustees, not a meeting of the public. Prior to this meeting, board members received information related to items on tonight's agenda. Agenda items will not necessarily be handled in the order listed on the notice. The meeting is open to all who wish to attend and hear the matters discussed. During the course of this meeting, the board may determine that a closed session is necessary. In that event, the board will meet in closed session to consider matters duly posted for this meeting as permitted by sections 551.071 to 551.084, inclusive of the Texas Government Code. These proceedings are airing live on CFTV Channel 16 and CFTV Online on the district website. They will also be rebroadcast throughout the month on Channel 16 and available as video on demand on the website. For the tape to adequately reflect the proceedings, I respectfully ask that you please refrain from talking while others are speaking and that cell phones are turned off or in silent mode. Thank you for taking the time to join us this evening and for your interest in the Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District. Before we begin, I want to recognize our TV crew tonight. We have Sean Taylor from Cypress Springs High School, and then from Cy Creek High School, we have Gabriel Hall, Jake Meeks, and Ador Monasala, and their AVP advisors are Carlton Thompson from Cypress Springs and Jana Bullock from Cypress Creek. So we appreciate them being here tonight and helping out with our broadcast. The board will now review and discuss the following action items. Agenda item 4A, the board will consider awarding bids and contracts and or authorizing purchase orders as recommended in the posted agenda item. We have athletic and physical education equipment supplies, fire extinguisher and safety products, inspection and maintenance, floor care machine replacement parts, instructional materials and supplies, scientific supplies and instructional materials, special education supplies and equipment. Any questions from board members on that? And then we have 4B, the board will consider approving the external auditors, Hereford, Lynch, Sellers, and Kirkham PC, to perform the annual audit of the district's financial statements for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2014. Questions from anyone? 4C, the board will consider approving the budget amendments for the period of October 1st, 2014 and December 31st, 2014. What I'll do is I'll keep going through these, and if you have a question, just pipe up. 4D, the board will consider approving on second reading additions, revisions, or deletions to district policies DCB local, employment practices, term contracts, DCC local, employment practices, continuing contracts, DCD local, employment practices, at-will employment, DCE local, employment practices, other types of contracts, GKB local, community relations, advertising, and fundraising in the schools. And then 4E, the board will consider approving tax refunds of $500 or greater for Cy-Fair ISD. And then 4F, the board will consider approving the minutes of the January 20th, 2015 regular meeting. Those are all of our consent items. Do you might have a question? We'll go to our non-consent agenda. 5A, the board will consider, Stuart, are your guys here? Wow. You want to run out to the parking lot and see what you got working? We'll skip that, and we'll go,
That's it.
actually, we'll just talk amongst yourselves because this meeting's over until these cats get here. Bob, what'd you do this weekend?
Are we really talking about that?
Yeah, we don't probably want to leave that. That's some things left
Show
on.
and sale put on by Cypress-Fairbanks.
It was great.
With 700 participants.
You can do board comments because it's posted.
I'm not making a board.
I know I'm
Did
politely
somebody ask
keeping Dawn
Marty her
on the
opinion? I
agenda.
don't, Kevin, I mean, did you hear me say, Marnie, what do you think we should do? Okay, because I didn't either. Okay, I'm just making sure that Giuseppe, myself, didn't ask Pinocchio what Pinocchio wanted to say. So I know now. We're good.
Marty, you and I are gonna need to have to meet after this.
Right.
Okay, we're taking a break.
Okay. We can talk,
Do you want-
I
do you
can
wanna
introduce the
start
topic. John Roebuck had a presentation to provide you and some handouts, but, and he can do that as soon as he gets here. He thought he was going to be able to be here by 6:30. Oh, I didn't know we were going to move this quickly through the agenda.
Hold that thought for a second.
Jonathan Brett.
This is awkward.
Can we move it to Thursday?
We can move it to Thursday, but Thursday we would ask that you take action on it Thursday night.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, since Jonathan, do you want to hear from the people that are here?
Well, none of he's gonna.
Jonathan doesn't,
On Thursday.
yeah, he wouldn't have the financial information, I don't believe, on the refunding. I can,
I know it's on
Call John, so where he is.
Why don't y'all call him and see where, that's a good idea, Tom. Why don't y'all call him and see where he is?
okay.
No, I want the report, but I don't want to walk around for 30 minutes while he's driving.
Maybe Matt would like to talk about the bids and contracts.
You want to circle?
Oh, Darcy, you want to go for a walk? You walk down to Valero and back.
I won't catch you on my Fitbit. Darcy and I have decided that you wait until like Friday right before.
It's basketball.
It went to voicemail.
Is this legal comment?
So,
I'm just wondering.
thank you, Bob.
Let's wait about 5 minutes. We'll adjourn for 5 minutes and then, we'll see where he is. And then, we may move this to Thursday.
Okay.
That's legal.
Is there anything else? Matt, don't you have anything to say about the bids and contracts?
I don't think people want to create something.
But I don't, honestly, I do not want to make John inside the loop come out again.
I was there, Stuart, just.
That will be a question.
Did I do okay? We'll resume our meeting with agenda item 5A. The board will consider adopting an order authorizing the issuance of Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District Unlimited Tax Refunding Bond, Series 2015, levying a tax and providing for the security and payment thereof, providing for the award of the sale thereof in accordance with specified parameters, authorizing the execution and delivery of a purchase contract, a paying agent registrar, an agreement, and an escrow agreement relating to such bonds, approving the preparation of an official statement, and enacting other provisions relating thereto. Presenters will be Stuart Snow, John Roebuck, and Jonathan Frells. Stuart?
Thank you, President Ryan, members of the board, and Dr. Henry. Sorry for the delay. We are recommending that you approve a bond order on a parameter sale for a 2015 series refunding bonds that give the administration the authority to sell these bonds on a negotiated basis within certain parameters. The purpose of these bonds is to refund previously issued bonds and to produce a debt service present value savings. At this time, we are targeting certain securities of Series 2007 and 2008 bonds for refunding, but the amount of those maturities included in the transaction is going to be dependent upon market conditions at the time and on the day of the pricing. That can always change. John Roebuck with BOSC is here to present you with some information about the sale and financial information. In addition, our co-bond counsel, Jonathan Frells from Bracewell and Giuliani, and Randy Bates with Bates and Coleman are here also to answer any legal questions that you might have. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to John Roebuck.
Thank you, Mr. Snow. Dr. Henry, Mr. Ryan, members of the board, John Roebuck, BOC. Again, I want to apologize profusely for my tardiness. Y'all went through that first part of the agenda pretty quick. Before you should have a presentation, I'd like to go over the financing. If you'll turn to page 1. This is the bond buyer index. This is a snapshot of the municipal bond market. It comes out weekly. It's based on a AA rated scale. Obviously, the district is going to receive PSF AAA rating. So this is just kind of a benchmark of the bond market as it is today. If you look at the far right, we are issuing general obligation unlimited tax bonds. So we're really focused on the blue line there. It's the general obligation BBI 20 index. It's a 336. I actually did this presentation last week. It's bumped up to a 3.49% as of Thursday of last week. But that being said, we're still 22 basis points or 0.22% off of all-time lows. So we're in a great interest rate environment to sell bonds, and that's why we're here presenting the refunding opportunity available to the district. On page 2, as Mr. Snow pointed out, we are looking to refund certain maturities of the Series 2007 and 2008 bonds. We're looking at about roughly $150 million from the 2007 and about $172 million from the 2008 bonds. Refund these bonds at current market rates. We're looking to generate approximately $42 million in savings to the district based on the sale. The bonds we're going to refund are currently out at a 5% interest rate. Today's rate, we can probably come in at about 3.55%, so we're lowering it by about 1.45%, which generates that savings we're showing here. On the next page, this is the preliminary savings structure. Based on the bonds we're refunding that we went over on the page before this, which is that middle column, less debt service be refunded, plus the new bonds we're going to issue to refund these, principal and interest, results in a debt service savings there in the yellow highlighted column of about $42.3 million. Again, these are run at current market rates, so this is indicative of what we look to generate selling these bonds. And on the final page of the presentation is a tentative schedule of events. We've actually kind of started the first draft of the preliminary official statement, which is the offering document that goes to investors. I have a copy right here. We've gathered some information from Mr. Snow and Ms. Smith to fill this out. We've already submitted the Permanent School Fund Guarantee application, which provides us AAA rating for the bonds. We're here on February 9th looking for you all to approve the parameter order. And then we're looking to sell the bonds the week of March 2nd and then close and deliver the bonds on April 6th. I kind of went through that fast. I know you all have been here waiting for me for a while, so I know you all want to get out of here. But if you have any questions regarding the finance, I'll be happy to answer. answer them, and Jonathan Frails and Randy Bates, your co-bond counsel, are here to answer any questions regarding the actual parameter order and the legal language associated with that.
Thank you, John, and if you had to come down 290, you're forgiven, because that's the, AC/DC wrote a song about that road. It's called Highway to, I won't say it, but that's 290, so don't worry about it. We were going quick. Questions from board members? Tom?
Whenever we do these, I always have two standard questions. I'll go ahead and repeat them. And they don't particularly have something to do with the refinancing, but it has to do with the overall larger picture. The first, reading the tea leaves, do you believe the Fed chief is going to be looking to change the interest rate structure anytime in the coming year? And then secondly, since we're dropping the interest rate that we're having to pay, should we be concerned about any arbitrage issues? And I understand neither of those are necessarily within your purview, but this is your cup of tea and what you drink all the time.
Yes, sir. And to answer your question, I wish I had a crystal ball. To get further into that, yes, the Fed has been talking about later this year raising short-term interest rates to either 0.25 or 0.5%. Based on last week's job numbers, that may happen sooner than expected. They were originally talking September, now they're talking maybe June and July. But we'll see. Depending on deflated oil prices, that may affect it also. As to arbitrage, the bonds will be at 3.55%. I hope one day we can generate enough income in our investments to see a 3.55%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional questions from board members? Kev?
Can you tell us who the underwriters are?
Yes, we have selected Raymond James as the senior manager, First Southwest, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Frost Bank, and Jefferies as the co-managers. We have a good team in place.
Any additional questions? Is anybody opposed to moving this to consent? I'd like to. Let's move this to consent. John, Jonathan, and Randy, thank you guys for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Stuart, great job as always. Anytime you're saving money, you're a hero. The superintendent's briefing portion of the agenda will be presented Thursday evening. Having no other items tonight, that will conclude our meeting. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.